And hello, race fans, and welcome to another fantastic Friday night production from LSRTV. You guys, we have the Tucson Sound Art Cup Series for the L-TAC guys here, our regular Friday night gig. But tonight, I got a special guest for you. Zach couldn't make tonight. He's going to go participate in some real race thing like, you know, the hero he is. But tonight, I've got my good friend Wesley Outland. You guys know him from the Monday night series with LSRTV and various other shows that we do. You also know him as the voice of CRN and Finish Line Motorsports show on Fox Sports Radio. Wesley, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, man. I just had an off Friday night, Easter weekend. Took in some of the practice for the trucks in the Cup from Bristol on dirt, and I just had an off night and appreciate the opportunity that Nolan Rempel always gives, as well as Charles and Jeff to be here. So we're going to have fun, John. Plus, we got to make up where we didn't work together on Monday night for the Sim 500 Cup Series at Martinsville.
I tried, man. I tried to get back in time for that, but I got to be a little piece of it. But yeah, we got a great show tonight, folks. Here at Rockingham Speedway, a storied track, was one of my favorite races, Wesley, back in the 80s and 90s to watch on TV was the Rockingham race, man. There's just always something happening on track, and this is going to be the second time the L-TAC guys are here in this series. It's the first time for the next gen car, and I tell you what, last time they were here, Wesley, we had 18 lead changes among 8 drivers, and I tell you what, it was an exciting race. He led Watchhorn led 109 out of 200 laps, so he wound up taking home the trophy. The caution, Joseph Causey, excuse me, took the win with Taylor Butcher Benjamin second and Holden McGill third in that race. We had 6 cautions, including the stage breaks, so that's not too bad, and it's going to be a good one tonight, I think.
I've done a couple of L-TAC Cup Series races off and on for at least the last year, and I believe it was last November, December of last year, I did a L-TAC Cup Series race at Rockingham, and this place does not disappoint. Of course, this is just down the road, about an hour from me, where I live in Clayton, North Carolina. It's just down US 1 from Raleigh to get to Rockingham, and in the Sand Hills region. It's a real racetrack, and it kind of had its heyday back in the day, and then it closed up, and then it opened back up again with the Andy Hellenberg era. But man, it's really cool to have it on the iRacing simulator, and of course you can jump on here and jump on and check out these races, and I think we're going to see a good one as we're watching just some of the practice, I think, wrap up. Qualifying is forthcoming, and we're going to see what kind of laps get put down here. And this is a 1 mile racetrack, so I mean it's kind of like short track racing, but it's going to be fun here tonight at the Rock.
We are doing qualifying right now. It's one of the tracks that you hear it said all the time, Wesley. It's a short track that races like a super speedway, or super speedway, excuse me, that races like a short track. Again, it's one of my favorite tracks. Tonight's race, folks, is a special one. This kind of hits home close to my heart. I'm gonna tell you why. This is the Barret Morton Thunder Valley 200. And Riley is the daughter of one of the drivers here, Barrett Morton. Now, Riley is now, at this moment as we speak, 7 months old, but at 2 weeks old, she was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. Now, for those of you that know me personally offline, my daughter, Ashlyn Page, was diagnosed with CF when she was 4 months old, and she is now 20. Is a sophomore, almost a junior in college, and has had a really long, hard road since she was diagnosed. And I personally know what the Mortons are going through right now. They probably asked themselves, the first question off the top of their head was, what is cystic fibrosis? I didn't even know what it was. Cystic fibrosis has been diagnosed among 30,000 Americans living right now that have been diagnosed with this disease. It's a respiratory disease. It affects the lungs, and it affects also the central nervous system. It affects the way they digest food. Most patients end up having to get a double lung transplant eventually, but there have been great strides in medicine and treatments for cystic fibrosis. And speaking of great strides, that's the name of the foundation that is one of the better known foundations for cystic fibrosis, as in raising awareness, raising funds for it. And right now, we've got a fundraiser going on for Riley Morton to help raise some money for the awareness towards cystic fibrosis and towards a cure. Right now, there is no cure for cystic fibrosis. There's only treatment. And what this disease does, Wesley, is it really lowers the quality of living for these kids. and it really it's terminal, so it lowers their length of life as well. I believe the last time I checked, the average lifespan of a cystic fibrosis patient was somewhere between 40 to 50 years old, which is a lot better now than it was 20 years ago. So, you know, when Essence, my wife, was first told that Ashlyn had cystic fibrosis, they told her she would be lucky to make it to 20. You know, so she is at 20 now, and she's doing great. So this is something that kind of strikes home close to me right now. But we tonight's race is here for Riley. We'll get you guys some more information as the show goes through. We'll get her daddy here to talk to us a little bit about what's going on with the treatments and stuff, and let you know how you can donate to the fundraiser that we've got going on. In the meantime, if I'm not mistaken, our qualifying has ended, and if we can get the graphic up on screen right now, we'll get you guys the qualifying results as we watch warm-up take place here.
Yeah, and you know, to add more to the cystic fibrosis deal, and you said it as well, John, and I know sometimes we say that it affects kids, but it can affect adults as well. There's people that I know that are adults, grown human beings, and then they get it, and all of a sudden things just go downhill. So, you know, our thoughts and prayers are with young Riley Morton, her entire family. And hopefully, you know, that they can enjoy this diversion of some entertainment in her name, to, you know, just hopefully keep the good fight, keep up the good fight, just like, yes, you, John, and your daughter as well. You know, God is good and all things are possible through him, and hopefully, you know, the knowledge and the wisdom that these doctors have can hopefully be able to get what's needed to find a cure for cystic fibrosis and all these other things that are going on around with sickness and cancer and everything else, you know. But looks like Ryan Dingler is going to be our fast qualifier, man. He put down a really, really good lap, as this is, of course, the warm-up session, which is kind of like, what is it, that last 5-minute practice session before you get ready to go 200 miles here coming up tonight at the Rock.
Yes, sir. That's right. Dingler, no surprise, he got the pole tonight. Hunter Thrower was second fastest. Matt Rucci third, Tyler Granat fourth, Joseph Causey in fifth, Taylor Butcher Benjamin sixth, Austin Caccione seventh, Jeremy Berger eighth, Frank Flores ninth, and coming home 10th is going to be Sean Deal. Wesley?
Row number 6 on the grid tonight will find Justin Wilson in the number 09, Joseph in the 20. Anthony Musati in the 49 will be on row 7, along with Grant Peterson in the 52. Jeff Brogdon will make up row number 8 in the 11. Kyle Green alongside in the 18th. Row number 9, Robert Pattengale in 33. Mario LaPinta in the number in his position, and then of course on the row number. Well, let's see here. Yeah, LaPinta, I'll catch it up here. Row number 9 is going to find Colin Stone in the 43, Stephen Purcell in the 57, and looks like that's going to be your top 10 rows.
Yeah, Barrett Morton and Chad Hodges bringing up the rear of the field. I'm not sure, Mason, is Barrett going to start the race tonight or no? Okay. All right, so we're going to roll a quick anthem real quick, folks. When we get done with that, we are going to give you the driver draw for the lucky guy to get 3 extra points. Right, here is our national anthem. And welcome back to Rockingham Speedway. John Mushton up here in the booth with Wesley Outland tonight, and Mason Heimbaugh down in our production trailer giving you these fantastic images you're seeing. As we see on screen, the guys are still rolling around on the warm-up lap, getting kind of a feel, if you will, for the way the track is set up in pit road and where they'll be pitting at. And Dingler's coming off pit road now. They're going to stack them back up right here, 2 by 2, and we'll be going green shortly. Folks, this is the Tucson Sound Art Cup Series. If you like what you watch tonight and you think you might be interested in joining these guys, their truck series is currently recruiting for a Wednesday night truck series. Sessions are at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a weekly basis. We are currently a 25-week schedule that will run alongside the Cup Series. Perform well in the trucks, and you could get invited to race in the Friday Night Cup Series. To sign up for the truck series, go to the L-TAC Racing League Truck Series page on iRacing, or find Nolan J. Rimple. Come by and talk to him, and he'll get you set up.
So the drivers are making their preliminary laps here around the Rock. Obviously, two laps under caution. Then they're going to come down to the pit lane. They will check the tachometer, of course, to make sure their pit stalls are located on the pit lane, just like you normally see in real NASCAR competition. And John, here's the thing as well, and we haven't really hinted on it yet, but we will throughout the night for this 200-mile, 200-lap event in the Thunder Valley 200. Pit road is very unique here at Rockingham as well, sure. And that's something we're going to keep an eye on too.
Absolutely. One of the more difficult pit roads to actually get onto in the series. I compare it, Wesley, to trying to get on pit road at like Dover.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is the most difficult track to get on pit road at. So we're going to have to see how that works out. If they do wind up having some green flag pit stops, we could see some guys get in trouble with that. Now, our points leader, Jeremy Berger, coming in tonight, he took the points lead last week because he was the only guy that showed up at Motegi in the top 5. So he took over the points lead just by finishing the race. Had a pretty good race until that last lap. But here we go. Pace car ducks off. We got the guys up front. We got Dingler. Gets off to a great start right there. Not such a good start for the guy on the outside there. That's going to be Hunter Thrower in that 83 car. Rucci in 3rd, Tyler Granat in 4th, and these guys are going to try and get down to that bottom line as quick as they can there, Wesley.
And I guess that the
contact.
Wow, hold on there. Front row already getting a little antsy. I guess the if you will, checking the tack and the pit road speed and all that was done while we were playing the national anthem, so we missed it. But yeah, that's already been done. The race is underway and 20 plus drivers ready to go with lap number 1 on the board. It's Dingler, Thrower, Rucci, the top 3 in the early going at the Rock. They're in turn 2.
The lucky draw was Mario LaPinta back there in 18th. If Mario happens to win this race, Wesley, he gets those 3 bonus points towards the championship. And that comes in handy when you have the kind of year that LaPinta's been having, man. He's been up and down all year long. Good luck, bad luck, you name it, he's had it. In the meantime, right now, speaking of Mario, he's gained a couple spots back there. He's up to 16th now, fighting back there with Peterson and those guys for those spots as we watch him right now on screen. And, I mean, got a battle for the lead already up here. We got Dingler fighting off on the inside here. He's got Hunter Thrower. Hunter Thrower showed some real aggression last week, Wesley. I don't know if you got a chance to watch that race, but he was looking really good up there at Motegi. It was a wild finish at Motegi. I don't even know how to begin to explain how that went down.
You think of Twin Ring Motegi, you think of a track like Martinsville Speedway with a lot bigger straightaways, if you will, the paperclip type format. And of course, this track is it's a mile track. This track is also a mile, but we're watching Dingler. Of course, there goes Greneau and Causey battling along with Gaccione, Butcher Benjamin. I remember that name last year during the Run 4 Championship. The number 1 car. All these guys work their way off turn number 2, 5 in of 200 here at the Rock.
We're looking at a fuel window between 55 to 60 laps, and but the thing is, I don't know if the tires are going to last that long. I didn't get a chance, Wes, to do my normal research here today. These guys don't run the typical fixed setup. They work on their own setups here at this league, so they might have come up with a setup that was a lot less tight than the typical iRacing setup because, man, that thing didn't want to turn. You literally had to slow the car down a lot and just to get it to go through the turns. And I'm looking back here. I'm not sure who that is in the Tabasco car, but that guy is my pick tonight. That guy right there is my pick tonight in that Tabasco car. But is that Brogdon? God bless that guy. I'm loving that paint scheme right there. That's kind of a throwback to DW's number, what was it, 35, I think, Tabasco car.
The 35 Tabasco car, yes. And also Todd Bodine at a time had a stint where he drove the Tabasco car, if you remember, when the Onion was in the Cup Series.
And I'll tell you what, that car is near and dear to my heart because I literally live 20 minutes away from the Tabasco plant where all of Tabasco sauce is made down in New Iberia, Louisiana. I love going down there. It's amazing, man, because they got so many more products other than just pepper sauce down there. They do cook shows and stuff like that. Big battle for fourth right now in the 88 going down there. That's Joseph Causey. He had a great run going last week as well, fighting with the 81 car of Tyler Granat. I guess Granat had it. Causey wanted it. Causey took it.
Yeah, that's Causey and Granat. Of course, you have those guys working their way off of turn number 2, kind of similar in their colors. The Abruzzi Raceware entry up the racetrack, and here comes now losing some spots here. We got to keep an eye on him. Wow. In trouble, getting passed by some cars. The Hardy's machine, number 05 of Hodges. Losing ground as here comes now Pattengale trying to run him down, and that's going to put him in the top 20, outside the top 20 now as they go back to turn 1. John, we got to keep an eye on that Hardy's machine.
He's got to stay off that wall. That wall is like a magnet at this track, man. A lot like Homestead is. If you get too close to the wall and you just touch it, your car just sticks to it. It's really crazy, and that's what happened there. I saw him get up into that wall, and he killed his momentum right there. So he gives up one more spot now, moving back to 20th, and he's going to be lucky to stay there if he's not careful. Got to stay off that wall, man. A lot of these guys, Wesley, they like to try that high line at these tracks, and Rockingham's not the place to do that. Rockingham does not have a high line that you can run well, especially after they put the safer barriers in. You lost about 5 foot of track right there. So I have found that, I haven't raced the next gen car here yet, but I've done a lot of ARCA racing, trucks, Xfinity here. The best line to run is about midway down, and then inside going through 3 and 4. But we got a great race here, man. 12 laps already down out of 200. Dingler's still out front. He's got a Hunter thrower about a tick or 2 behind him there. Rucci third, Causey fourth, Granat in fifth, folks. If you don't mind, we're going to take a really quick commercial break while we're still clean and green here. And when we come back, we'll give you a little bit more of a knowledge about the Tucson Sound Art Cup Series, if you will. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
There are moments that surprise and delight the mind and the senses. Introducing Sound Art, the world's first truly customizable, concealed, flat panel art speaker system. A revolutionary combination of incredible sound delivered from your most meaningful pictures. When art and technology intersect, there is a seamless blend of creativity and function.
Come alive in the streetlight, pulling at the stars in the moonlight. Every time I feel you close.
With Sound Art, anyone can print their own artwork or pick from numerous licensed artwork that we have. The possibilities are limitless. Enjoy beautiful and amazing sound throughout your home. The entire surface of your artwork generates incredibly robust sound. Sound Art is elegantly hidden behind a high-grade, textured canvas wrap, bringing together the best of sound and art. This innovative design allows for a truly invisible, high-fidelity sound experience without bulky speakers. For licensors and other businesses, we are capable of producing thousands of units per day.
We're using the highest quality materials to give you the best product available in the market. Everywhere you look, there's always art. What I like so much about Sound Art, that you could just pair it and play.
Poncia, your art never sounded so good.
And welcome back to Rockingham Speedway. John Mushin with Wesley Outland tonight for the L-TAC Cup Series. That'll be the Tucson Sound Art Cup Series. Hey, Wesley.
Yes.
What do you know about Tucson Sound Art, buddy?
I know that if you want to have some really awesome sound art with some great pictures and photography, they can really bring your pictures to life. I know that much.
Well, my friend, you hit it. The nail on the head with a hammer. Tucson Sound Art introduces an entirely new and enjoyable way to listen to music. And in your home. Uploading and making your own images and pictures into SoundArt is as easy as 1, 2, and 3. Everyone who looks at the picture will wonder where the great sound is coming from. A single charge will last days and give you the ability to go truly wireless with no power cables. SoundArt looks good in any room in the house, from the front room to the back room. The speakers are powered by batteries and receive audio via a Bluetooth connection, meaning nobody will even know that the art they're looking at is actually producing the sound they're hearing. Tucson SoundArt specializes in creating custom artwork from your personal artwork and photos. You can also choose images from their expansive collection of high-quality photos. It's the perfect gift for friends, family, and business associates. To learn more, please visit www.tucsonsoundart.com. And now you know.
There you go. I mean, basically, it takes one of those pictures, and maybe it's a memory from a marriage, birthday. Hey, graduations are coming up in high school and college. You've also got, the spring upon us, so there might be weddings, the birth of a baby. You never know. And you just take one of those pictures, then you add that music to it, and it just brings those pictures to life. So, cool. Thanks to, of course, Tucson SoundArt for being the title sponsor of what is the L-TAC Cup Series. We're 22 of 200 laps in, and so far it is Dingler leading the way, the number 8 machine. That driver has been the strong car, Ryan Dingler, all afternoon since the drop of the green there, John.
But we got a fight down on the inside. Thrower still trying to take that lead away. Looks to me like maybe Dingler's got the advantage up there in that mid to high line. But if you look right there on the left front fender, as we look out the windshield for Hunter Thrower, he's got some damage, Wesley, and that's not good.
Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on that and see what the deal is on here for that driver of Thrower. But right now, he still continues to hold his own and stays in that top spot as they work their way back around the racetrack. Right now, so far, we're clean and green. As you look at this battle now heating up with Peterson, Hunter, Butcher, Benjamin, Brogdon. That's going on inside the top 15. And a change for the lead as Thrower gets around Dingler here as we approach lap 25.
I think Ryan's doing the smart thing right here. He didn't put up too big of a fight. I'm going to tell you why. You got 200 laps here at Rockingham. Whoa, Dingler blows entry into 3 right there. Or was that 1 and 2? Nope, that's 3. Yeah. Oh, yeah, 3 and 4. Man, he blew the entry hard on that. But lucky for him, he did not get in the wall. Now, he's going to lose a lot of ground right there to Hunter Thrower, but that's okay. Like I was just saying, he's got 175 laps still to go here, Wesley. He'll be okay.
Yeah, Rockingham. Well, Rockingham's one of those racetracks is now we see a battle for 15th. And remember, there's LaPinta, the number 13 machine. Remember, that's the driver that started this race in 18th. So remember, if he can get to the front and win this race, he's going to get himself a nice 3 points bonus towards the L-TAC Cup Series championship. But right now, he sits in a comfortable position. Behind him, though, you have Stone and Wilson and Green going at it. Peterson and Brogdon battling in front of him. So right now, he's just kind of laying patiently, being patient as there goes that battle we were talking about. Berger under attack by Guccione, Musati, Butcher, Benjamin. That goes on in the corner into 3 and 4.
I'll tell you what, this is a great fight. Oh, whoa! He got on that apron. Oh, didn't quite save it. But are they going to save themselves? It looks like they did. There's a lot of heavy contact there with Berger and the 52 car, it looks like, of Peterson.
Yeah, that's Berger and Peterson there, John. My goodness.
And I think Brogdon was in that, too. I think Brogdon got involved a little bit there. He's got some right side damage, it looks like. Man, that was an amount of driving, folks, that you just don't understand. When this car gets that loose, they usually don't save it.
Oh, yeah, look at the front end.
Yeah, he got a lot of contact damage on that. Now what he's got to be worried about is getting that Tabasco car overheated. Chuckle, chuckle, ha-ha.
Yeah, that is a big, big problem there for those drivers, of course, of 52 Peterson, the 2 of Berger, the 11 of Brogdon, and somehow, some way, they kept it off the wall. No harm, no foul, no yellow flag, but there's a lot of damage on those race cars. Honestly, if hindsight 2020 is we're about to put 30 laps on the board, next time by, John, if they could come back and do it again, they might have wished they could have got a caution flag because they're going to try to go down and fix some of those damages.
Yeah, and if we don't get a caution, Wesley, they're going to have to try and get that done under green, and you just can't get a lot of it done under green, not unless you want to go laps down. And as we watch Brogdon still just falling backwards and backwards, that damage, I've got to think, Wesley, he's probably overheating with that.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on it for sure because it definitely does look like he's falling back. Well, he's already got, Wilson in front of him now, so Yeah, he's got a lot of cars in front of him. Greenstone, all those guys got up in front of him. And a few moments ago, he was battling inside the top 10. So, like, he's already lost considerable amounts of positions here. So, 30 laps in, still Thrower out in front. There's only been 2 lead changes of this race, if you will. Actually, 2 leaders, 1 lead change from Dingler to Thrower. And then, of course, we saw where Dingler bonsai'd up the outside wall there in the safer barrier. There's a battle going on for 7th spot now as Greno, Dill, and Musati go at it coming off the corner out of 4.
Well, 4, you've got Musati in there. You've got that 81 car of Granat. Look at that, cutting each other, no slack at all. I mean, the cars were just 4 inches apart right there, going down to 1. One's a tricky part of the track. If you overdrive one, you're going to wind up sliding way up the hill right there. And that track seems to narrow up really bad coming out of 2, so you have to be real careful right here. And I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with Musati making that high line work like he is, Wesley.
Yeah, Musati making that stuff work there coming off of turn number 4, and Greno losing ground on him in the DeWalt machine. Now he'll battle alongside, looking to run down Musati and Dill for that spot. That goes on down the back straightaway as they hit Thunder Alley, if you will. Thunder Valley for Bristol, Thunder Alley here at the Rock as they go to 3.
Musati is really impressive up in that high line. I stand highly corrected here, Wes. I have never been able to make the high line work in any car I've run here, but apparently this next-gen car loves it. And I bet I know why. I'm just going to pause it here for a second. Bear with me. So we know how bumpy this track is, right? From the mid on down to the yellow line there. A lot of bumps.
Oh, yes.
This car doesn't like bumps. I'm betting he's finding speed up top because it's just a little bit smoother up there.
Yeah, but of course, another thing you got to look at is not get up in those in the marbles of the tater patch, if you will, because you get up in the marbles and it starts making your car starts rumbling and you lose control, hit the wall. So that's something you got to keep an eye on. But right now, he's making it work.
Did you say tater patch?
Yeah, tater patch. I mean, dirt track racing, we call it the tater patch.
Yeah, that's what that's what I thought you said. I was like, man, I haven't heard that since my Boot Hill Speedway days.
Boot Hill Speedway, I've been there before, Boot Hill. I've been to that racetrack with the sprint cars.
Up in Shreveport. My father used to race there when I was a kid. Well, I'll tell you what, we got a great race going on right now, 36 and a half, 200 laps. What I want to do real quick, Wesley, if you don't mind, I'm going to do a rundown of where our top 5 in points are running in the race right now.
Sure.
Starting that off is Jeremy Berger. He is our points leader. Right now, Jeremy is not having a good night, Wes. 14th right now. After being involved in a little on-track action on the front stretch there, he's got some damage he's going to have to get fixed. That's Berger, our points leader, riding back there in 14th. Joseph Causey, second in points right now. He is behind Berger, if I'm not mistaken, by about 27 points, I think. 17 points, somewhere in there. And my math sucks, but it's you know, about 20-point difference. Right now, Causey's having a great night. He's running 4th. We see him dealing with Joseph down there in that 20 car. Joseph, man, he makes driving this car look so easy. 3rd place driver, Logan Hamilton. He's riding in points 3rd. And I don't know if Hamilton even made the race tonight. I don't even see him on track. Okay, so Logan Hamilton didn't make the race, but he is in chat. We might get a word in with him later on. 4th in points, Hunter Thrower. He's another one having a great night. He's leading this race, Wesley. And finally, so that's,
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Finally, 5th in points, Colin Stone. He's another one. He's just having a mediocre, I wouldn't say a mediocre night, but he's just not having the night he really wants right now. He's riding back there in 13th in that 43 Toyota Camry. But, hey, it's a long race, Wesley. Things could turn around for him.
Yeah, all of that going on there right now as those drivers working their way around the racetrack as Thrower still leads the way. We're closing in, believe it or not, on 10 laps away from a quarter of the distance. This 200-mile, 200-lap race so far, clean and green. We had a couple of scares a moment between, of course, the drivers of Peterson and Berger and Brogdon, but other than that, it's been for the most part fairly clean. You got to think though also within the next 25-30 laps we might see a cycle of green flag pit stops if we don't see a yellow flag come out also.
Yeah, we're looking at pit stops anywhere between lap 55 and lap 60, and I'd be interested to see what the tire wear is if we can get hopefully some sort of a word on that after this first round of pit stops. I would love to know what tire wear looks like because, like I said, I haven't actually done any laps in the next gen car here. I just know that the Xfinity car used to eat some tires up in this place. Look at this right here, out from the roof cam of Mario LaPinta. Great shots brought to us by our guy Mason Heimbaugh down in the trailer, and man, that was a great shot. But if this little graphic over here on the right, Wesley, have you seen this yet?
No, yeah, pit strategy. Yeah, I like
this thing is awesome. And that little yellow bar, the number in that yellow bar is how many laps they've been on track so far. The one over in green is how many they've gained since the start of the race, or lost if it's red.
That's right.
Or nothing if it's white, which is also okay. You know, that's a great graphic. I love the stuff that they come up with on these overlays, man. I can never be a producer. I don't have the patience for it. I really don't. I would throw my headset down and walk away after about 5 minutes.
I'll just say this. While we watched a couple of cars get antsy just a moment ago with Stone and Green fighting for position, that was also Butcher Benjamin and LaPinta going at it there. And they finally fan out and clear up. But I'll just say this as well. John, it's just good to see the overlays back on the broadcast for live sim racing, iRacing on LSRTV. There's been some technical errors there. Last I was told was they did an update on iRacing, and when it did, it gave a lot of glitches for the people involving the overlays. But looks like Mason Heimbaugh, don't want to jinx anything. Cross your fingers, cross your legs, cross your eyes, and hopefully everything works good. Right now it is, and we've got a pretty clean race here as we're working on lap number 45. Look at this battle now. Thrower and Dingler, who jumped the racetrack, if you will, in the third turn, overshot the corner, as you said, John, has now reeled back in. Thrower, and you got to wonder if also tires being used up is possibly something, as lap traffic is also in the way of the leaders as they work off 2 down Thunder Alley.
I'm glad you brought up lap traffic there, Wesley. We had started this race with, gosh, how many cars on track? I'm sorry. 21 cars. And right now we've got 15 cars left on the lead lap, with Purcell looking at going a lap down here pretty soon. He's just right there at the corner there. You can barely see him out the front of the right there, that purple car. So he's about to go a lap down. Wilson's already gone a lap down. Hodges, Pattengale, Flores, Peterson's 2 laps down now. I believe Peterson had some damage early on that he had to try and get fixed. So these guys aren't wasting any time here cutting around this track on Rockingham Speedway here, Wesley.
No, they're not. As you see them working their way back around to the start-finish line. Thrower, Dingler, Rucci, and Joseph Causey right now. Your top 5 as it stands. Bussati, Deal, Greno, LaPinta. Remember LaPinta, the car number 13. He started this race in 18th position. If he wins this race in that Toyota Camry, if he can get S done, as it says on his car, not going to say what the full word is, but if he can get it done, he is going to win 3 bonus points towards his championship tally with the L-TAC Cup Series. And right now, sitting comfortably in the 9th position, John, as we're coming up on lap 50 this time by.
He's moved his way up 9 spots to that spot right there. He's looking great. I'll tell you what, this fight right here we got going on. 43 car of Stone, the 1 car of Butcher Benjamin. This has been shaping up for a few laps now. I've been watching Stone just kind of reel him in lap by lap. He's caught him now. The trick is, though, Wesley, is getting by him. Catching somebody at Rockingham's one thing. Passed him's a completely different story. And he's going to do it on the high side, it looks like. Look at this. Wow.
It's one thing to try to to try to race these guys side by side and get around them. It's another thing to clear them and get your spot. And that's going to be something we're keeping an eye on for sure.
Yeah, let's take a minute, Wes. I hear that we got an opportunity here to talk to a driver from the L-TAC who's not on track right now. Hold on a second. I think we got green flag pit stop starting. We'll catch that interview with Hamilton here in a second there, Mason. Let's get these green flag pit stops out of the way.
Causey's in. Causey's coming into the pit lane. Purcell is on the pit lane. Butcher Benjamin is in the pit lane. So yes, maybe a little prematurely on the lap counter for green flag pit stops, but it's pretty darn close, and they're going to make their way on lap 51 to make pit stops under green.
So I'm talking to the race control, and we're looking at tire wear is not that big an issue either, Wesley. They're talking only about 1.25 seconds of drop off in an entire 50-lap run. So this could well come down to a fuel run issue, or a fuel run race, as we call it, later on towards the end of this thing.
So basically what he's saying for our audience is there might be pit stops here coming up that are green flag that is just fuel only. They might not decide to change all 4 tires. You might see just rights being changed, or lefts being changed, or the rear tires being changed. And again, there might be none being changed. As now here comes Rucci as the leader, as Thrower gives up the lead and comes down to the pit lane. So does Dingler, the pole car, to follow. Green flag pit stops on lap number 53. Now Rucci in the Allied Bank Financial Machine gives up the lead. He'll come down to the pit lane and put his Chevrolet to the pit stall. And again, John, maybe, just maybe, no 4 tires, 2 tires. It might just be fuel only, and these drivers are using that strategy here today at the Rockingham Speedway.
Got some guys that are brave enough to try 2 tire stops. I haven't seen it happen yet. I'm looking at timing. Right now, it looks like everybody's going ahead with 4 tires and fuel, but you're right. When it comes down to the end of this race, these guys, somebody might try a no tire deal or just 2 tires.
That's right, gamble.
Help the car get through a corner just a little bit better on the restart. We'll see how it works out. As it stands right now, they got to pit 3 more times. If my math is my math right? I don't think it is. 2 more times.
2 more times, I'm thinking.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 more times.
One of us has to have good math skills. I'm betting it's going to be you.
Around 55, lap 105, lap 165, 170, somewhere around there, and I'm thinking that's the strategy to take you to the finish of this race for the L-TAC Cup Series tonight at Rockingham in, of course, the Riley Morton Thunder Alley 200 here tonight at Rockingham. Yes.
Once again, let's not forget who Raleigh Morton is, and we'll just, real quick, folks, if you want to pass by the website later on, we'll have some information up for you. But Riley is the daughter of one of our drivers. She was recently diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. So we're kind of trying to raise some money up for awareness, but also to help out with some of these medical bills that this family will be running into later on. In the meantime, Wesley, why don't you tell us a little bit about this sports talk show on Fox Radio that you have?
We still have green flag pit stops going on as Gaccione comes in. Green, LaPenta, Wilson, those cars are making pit stops, and obviously now it cycles back around the thrower and Rucci being 1 and 2. But yeah, man, finish line is it's in our 5th year. It started off as radio in the Carolinas on Fox Sports Radio. It is now on Fox Sports Radio, iHeartRadio, the Community Radio Network, which is actually the company that I own. It does high school and college sports racing as well. We do iRacing with the Northwest Cup and Truck Series as well, and finish line is every Wednesday from 1 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes we go over. Charles Wooten, the head honcho, of course, with Jeff Stab now for Live Sim Racing, is the producer, and he took it to another level doing the video. And honestly, John, we've had NASCAR superstars on. We've had local drivers on, from late models to World of Outlaws to sprint cars to late model stocks to NASCAR modified, smart modifieds, you name it, man. I mean, if there's a big promotion for a big enduro race, and like the Lone Star 600, and we get the winner on finish line, we'll have them on. And I just think it's a great show, and it's thanks to all of the sponsors that we have. But if you ever get a chance to check it out, and the replays are also available too. Just put it on LSRTV. That's why you need to be a subscriber on the YouTube channel, because you see L-TAC, you see, of course, Finish Line and Northwest and NASRA and Sim 500. John, the series me and you work on Monday night. That's why you can be a subscriber and see all that great content. And I believe there's a whole bunch of new content coming soon as well.
Yes, sir, Cody. You know how Cody and Jeff are. They never sleep. I really don't think they do. I think they're robots, but
yeah.
Well, look, folks, I'm not sure what happened here, Wesley, but Dingler lost some time coming off pit road, and I believe he just got in the wall, because he just lost almost a whole second to Rucci. He was right there on the back of Rucci's bumper, but he came off pit road in 3rd, about a half a second behind Rucci, which is a full second behind Thrower. So I'm not real sure. We'll have to keep our eyes on Dingler, what happened there with him. But he's gone from right there fighting for the lead to right now he's trying desperately to hold on to 3rd place, because he's got Joseph breathing down his neck.
Yeah, look at this car coming up the racetrack there, watching the Rush Truck Center's entry, seeing what he can do. Of course, there's Peterson. He had a scare earlier in the race, but right now battling with Musati. That goes on as they work off turn number 4. We're approaching lap number 63.
We're 63, almost in the books here, or will be here in the books. We're going to pull up a guy and talk to Logan Hamilton, who's actually in the top 5 in points, but did not make the race tonight. We'll see if we can get the lowdown on that. So let's go ahead and drag him up here and have a word with him real quick. Logan, this is John up in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Yes, sir.
So what's going on, brother? You didn't make the race tonight, but you're 3rd in points. What happened?
This week was my spring break at school, so we're out of town, so I wasn't able to race tonight.
Oh, didn't mean to cut you off, but we got heavy contact right there between the 19 to 52 car. That would be, the 18 to 52 car. That'd be Kyle Green and Peterson there. Not sure what happened. It looked like Peterson, Green just sent it. Just sitting there hard.
And Kyle does that. It's pretty
Yeah.
fun.
So spring break, man. How you feeling right now? You've been imbibing.
Yeah, it's just been chilling out here. It's like 90 degrees. It's pretty hot. But I'm ready to get back.
So, man, you're missing Rockingham, which is a great track to race at. Where were they going to be at next week? And will you be back?
They're racing Red Bull Ring next week, so I will definitely be back to get me some road course racing.
That should be a good one to watch. Well, thanks for your time tonight, Logan. Sorry you didn't make the race, man, but hey, enjoy your spring break. Enjoy the time you have with your friends and family, because before you know it, buddy, you're going to be adulting again, and it sucks.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, folks. That's Logan Hamilton, third in points right now, and he took a break from the racing, going to do a little spring breaking. I was young like that once, Wesley. I remember spring break, sort of. Let me rephrase that. I remember the time frame, but not the details, and we'll just leave it at that.
Well, right now we're watching this car here. It's the number 19 on the racetrack, but I don't think that's the time of the scoring. It's got to be a different number. But he's the car that got into it. That's Green's car, by the way. That's number 18 on scoring, but it's number 19, Kyle Green. Kyle Green gave us a scare just a moment ago for that car of man.
Yeah,
Go
normally,
ahead, John.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to walk on. He normally runs the 18. I'm not sure what happened with his paint scheme. That's not even the same paint scheme he normally runs. So that's probably just a little mix-up with trading paints. But, yeah, it was a little confusing for me as well, because you're right. He is the 18 in timing and scoring, but 19 on track. And, yeah, he's sending into the corner a minute ago to get by Berger. And I think it caught Berger off guard, because it took him about 2 or 3 laps to get back up to full song. In the meantime, wow, look at this pack of gnarly monsters we got right here. You got Dingler trying to fight his way back up into second. You got Rucci right there, Joseph, you got Causey, and then you got the lap car back there, it looked like. Wasn't sure that lap car is. But, man, that was...
Well, there's only 12 cars on the lead lap. Right now, Stone in the 43 car. He's the last car that's on the lead lap, so only a dozen cars, if you will. Right now, look at the 13, by the way, John. That's LaPinta. He's the first car lap down. So remember, he has to win this race to get those 3 points.
He does, but, I'm wondering, he was looking pretty speedy earlier. I'm wondering if he's just waiting for his tires to come in. Because, think about earlier, we watched him run around lower half of the top 20 for the first 25 laps of the race, and then he just starts picking them off one by one. So, but right now he's a lap down, which is going to hurt his chances here. Unless he hopes to pass the leader up under green, which, we haven't seen that happen in a long time.
There goes that driver again. LaPinta up on the racetrack down on the bottom of the speedway, of course, follows Gaccioni and some other cars that are fighting to get back on the lead lap. He's got a gaggle of cars in front of him. Gaccioni trying to reel him back in. As also, while that goes on, there's Dingler, and there's Joseph, and there's Berger. All these cars are losing ground. A matter of fact, man, Rucci, this is the leaders up in front of these lap cars as they work off the back straightaway.
Yep, Hunter Thor and Rucci have both cleared these lap cars. Rucci's really made a lot of good time up here on Hunter Thrower in that 83. As you see right here on screen, folks, that's first and second right there, dealing with a lap car on the outside. This lap traffic, has really enabled the front three to really bunch back up again. Thrower was out to almost a second and a half lead before they started getting into this gaggle of lap cars, if you will. And now, as you see on screen, you got 1, 2, and 3 right there, nose to tail. And I tell you what, we could have a great battle for the lead shaping up here, Wesley.
Yeah, we certainly could. We're watching them work their way back up the racetrack again. That's Wilson now going multiple laps down with Hodges. While that happens, there's the 48 machine, the Ally Bank machine, working his way around the racetrack behind what used to be the old Lowe's colors. That's kind of fitting. Only Jimmy Johnson having the Lowe's cars, and then before the end of his career having the Ally colors, and of course now, of course, you got William Byron, Alex Bowman being behind the wheel of that car now. So, of course, you see those throwback colors. And you see Dingler now closing in on Rucci. While that goes on, Thrower, the leader, there they go. Right there, top three, single file as they work off of turn number 2. And we're working about 25 laps to halfway.
sir. We are 2/3 of the way. No, that's not right, John. A quarter of the way through the race, and you got a lap car fixing to be a part of this equation right here, Wesley. As you look out the windshield, the roof can, excuse me, of Joseph right along in fourth right here behind our top three. He's putting his nose into this battle. Look at that line he was running way up against the wall. You couldn't have put a piece of paper between his right front fender and that wall just now. Gets a really great run down the backstretch into 3 and 4. He's going to try it again up high. 3 and 4 going to try and get a good run off of exit of 4 right here. And this is where the car gets really light right there. It just unloads. It gets really loose. You got to be careful not to lose traction. You got to get woed down for turns 1 and 2 right here. Tight turn. High bank though. Look at that. Man, he makes this look easy, doesn't he?
He certainly does. And of course, there goes the number 8 machine of Dingler. Joseph reeling him in. Rucci down on the bottom of the racetrack. Thrower as well. More lap cars in front of him. The lap car drifts up. I mean, look at these leaders, man. Here's the thing. We're closing in on 80 laps coming up. No caution flags so far, John, and in doing so, we also had those green flag pit stops. You have got cars all around this Rockingham Speedway right now. I don't know if there's a way we can get that legend that actually shows you like the little small track of the grid and shows you all the cars going around and the little dots around the racetrack. I know that used to be around like back in the day for iRacing where you can see the telemetry. But right now, John, if you look at this, there is absolutely no, the leaders are all over the track. Lap cars are all over the track. And while that goes on, we got a battle for the lead. The lead changes. Rucci goes to the lead in turn number 3 with lap cars in the way of the leaders again off 4.
She took the lead away from Thrower, and Dingler and Joseph came along with him, and the lap car got up in the middle of that. I really thought Joseph was going to punt that guy out in the middle of next week there. I really did, man. That was so close right there. In the meantime, I mean, it's not Stone's fault. He's just, he's just off the pace a little bit. These front 4 guys are stinking up the show. Right now, the front 4, Rucci, Joseph, Dingler, and Thrower.
Oh, trouble!
Oh, big trouble. Contact.
Oh, he saved it. He saved it. No harm, no foul. That was Joseph and Dingler in turn number 3. He just sent it in the corner a little too hard, hooked the left rear of the 20. Joseph actually had the safer wall barrier help him keep the car from spinning it. No caution again.
Wait, we can get a replay on that there, Mason?
He's trying to get a replay, I think.
In the meantime, that gives Rucci just what he needs right now. A lot of space to try and gather his thoughts, figure out where his car is going to work best at without having to worry about somebody dive bombing him going through a turn there, as Hunter Thrower is about a half a second behind him. Joseph is a second and a half behind the leader, and Dingler falls all the way to 2.5 seconds behind Matt Rucci up there in first place.
I think we got a replay of it here right now. Watch the 20 and the 8 machine. This is, I think it's the next lap around, I believe, is when it happens. So I think we're going to follow you around for another lap. But it's the black number 20, the premier entry, and, of course, the 8 of Dingler. Once he cleared that car of Stone right there, they cleared Stone, and this is when it all happened right here, John, coming down the back straightaway.
Going down into the 3 and 4 right here. And yeah, wow, he got in there hot.
Just got too hot up in the corner. Remember earlier in the race when he was battling Thrower, he made the same mistake. And Thrower cleared him, and Dingler just got a little too high. And when he did that, nobody was around him. This time, you had that 20 car there of Joseph, and on the binders you had to get, and he hooked the left. He got the left rear of the 20. You know, they always say a rule in racing, John, you never want to hook a car in the left rear, especially the right rear. Right rear is just blank, but you never want to hook a car in the left rear going in the corner. You never want to do that.
It's going to cause issues, and he's got substantial damage to that right front now. So I cannot help but wonder if that damage isn't going to cause him just a little bit of steering issues as this race goes further, possibly cause him to be a little bit tighter than normal. And the caution's out.
Caution's out.
First one of the race, lap 87 of 200. We'll see what's going on here. Oh, car number 9.
This is the first caution flag of the Riley Horton Thunder Alley 200. Look at this, turn the car on the wall.
That was
nose first in the safer wall barrier out of turn number 2.
That was Barrett Morton. I didn't think he was actually going to make a start tonight.
Is this Riley Morton's father? I believe it is, Barrett Morton.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh,
He
man.
just got real loose right there and overcorrected, and the car caught and shot straight to the wall. Ouch. And that will make a very brief night for him. He did come out on track. He was 25 laps down, it looks like. So he's been out for a while. We just hadn't seen him. That's I apologize for that. I didn't realize he was going to make the start tonight. Man, that was a hard hit, Wesley. I don't know that he'll be able to get back on track. But you know what this does? This puts us 37 laps since these guys were last on pit road. Let's see who comes down and who doesn't. Looks like we're going to have the leaders coming down. Yep, everybody's coming on pit road now.
Oh yeah, we got pit stops. You know you're going to be. It's been what, almost 30 laps or so since the last time they pitted under green flag conditions. You know you're going to come down to the pit lane, and I got a feeling now everybody's going to take on 4 tires and fuel here.
As well, it's a caution, so get in, make sure you don't slide your pits or whatever, and get a good pit stop, get back out. But this is going to put these guys going all the way to lap maybe 140, 135, 140.
Yeah, I mean, I would say they're still in the same. I mean, if you remember, John, what was it, around lap 51, 52, they started pitting. So we're about 10 laps shy of where the pit window would have been just after halfway. So I'm thinking probably knock off about 10 or 15 laps. So it'll be around lap 135, 140 if they decide to come back to pit now, because obviously the pit sequence has been shuffled up on strategy by about 15 laps.
Well, what I was going for is this is basically going to add one more pit stop to these guys for sure, because they can only go 52 laps on fuel. So I'm thinking everybody's going to take 4 here, but I'm wondering if we don't see a 2-tire stop for the next pit stop to try and gain track position before the final pit stop. You follow?
You're exactly right. I think so as well, for sure. It should be interesting to watch.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime,
110 laps to go. We're 10 laps to halfway, by the way.
Yeah, well, I could see by timing that everybody did take 4, but we also had some guys hanging out a little bit longer on pit road trying to get some damage knocked out. Joseph Causey, 52 seconds. Tyler Granat, 42 seconds. Muzzatti, 41 seconds. Kyle Green, 29 seconds. LaPinta's back on pit road. So, yeah, these guys are taking advantage of the fact that we get a little bit of a slower pace under caution to try and knock some damage out that they've incurred through this race. Now, Dingler, yeah, that's interesting. He didn't get any damage fixed, so he rolls back out and forth. And we saw that huge hit, Wesley, that he took on that outside wall after getting into it with a 20 car about 2 or 3 laps ago.
And there you see, of course, the number 8 machine wheeling that machine around here. The heavyweight waste Chevrolet of the number 8 of Dingler. Sitting comfortably now in the number 4 spot. Joseph in front of him, by the way, that Premier number 20. That's the car in front of him. And you notice that, like, you know, and here's another thing we never even talked about, John. And but we saw it on the replay. We saw it when it happened. When Dingler got in to Joseph, he gave it back. He backed off and he let him correct himself. He let the 20 fix himself. Gave him a little assistance, if you will, to get him loose, but he also gave him the assistance, John, to let him correct himself and keep on going, because he could have turned him and pulled away, dropped down to the bottom of the racetrack, and whatever happened would have happened. Probably would have happened would have been that caution flag coming out, because the 20 would have spun at 80 degree down the banking. But you just see that there was a lot of give and take there that was done between that.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's one of the things about these guys I love is a lot of class acts in here. And by the way, I did forget they have a fast repair, so it looks to me like Ryan went in and got a fast repair done because his car looks brand spanking new now. So good for him. Some of these guys are saving their fast repairs. The pace car ducks down the pit road. We got a green flag back out now, and I tell you what, Rucci got a great start right there on the inside. He's going to slide up in front of Hunter Throw on the 83 and go a single file now. 1, 2, 3, 4 back there to Dingler. In the meantime, 2x2 got 81 car. Big crash.
Caution, trouble, Causey. Oh my goodness, is that one of the drivers that are in the points in the top?
Yes, sir.
Causey in trouble in 88.
That would be your second place driver in the points, and he has extensive damage. As we go back and watch the replay right here. And, oh, wow. Can you back that up just a little bit for me?
Maybe a little bit more. It happened right after the drop of the green flag here, so we're trying to, in real time, watch and see what happened here from this camera angle. They had just took the green, John.
Yep. It looks like he had a little help.
Oh, it's net code.
Oh,
he had Ink and Blink and Nod visit him, John, and that's what caused it. So here you go. He had some type of an internet issue, and basically he disappeared. But then when he reappeared on the server, John, then he's in a pack of traffic sandwiched in by 2 cars, and he crashes.
Yep, and that is so unfortunate, but that is a part of internet racing, folks. There's really nothing anybody can do about it. It's one of them things you have to deal with. You have to accept it. And unfortunately, sometimes you come out on the wrong end of it, like Mr. Causey did here. However, I think he still got his fast repair, Wesley. So let's keep our eye on him real quick, Mason, if we can, while he ducks down pit road here. And I bet that we're going to see the fenders get hammered out real quick. He might not even take tires, Wesley. What do you think? Maybe save that last set for later on.
I'm wondering if maybe he might save it for the last set. I mean, this is what you call a quick caution. I don't know if per se he flat spotted the tires from the accident, but obviously you know a fast repair is coming as you see. Beep, click a button, fast repair. Tires, no. You see he didn't change tires. He just took a fast repair. He's right back in the fight again here as we approach halfway.
No, he'll still... All right, folks, we're going to take a real fast commercial break, and when we come back, we'll go back to some green flag racing and bring you the last 100 laps, hopefully, green flag racing. So stay tuned to LSRTV's production of the L-TAC Tucson Sound Art Cup Series here at Rockingham. We shall return.
There are moments that surprise and delight the mind and the senses. Introducing Sound Art, the world's first truly customizable, concealed, flat panel art speaker system. A revolutionary combination of incredible sound delivered from your most meaningful pictures. When art and technology intersect, there is a seamless blend of creativity and function.
Come alive in the streetlight, pulling at the stars in the moonlight. Every time I feel you close.
With Sound Art, anyone can print their own artwork or pick from numerous licensed artwork that we have. The possibilities are limitless. Enjoy beautiful and amazing sound throughout your home. The entire surface of your artwork generates incredibly robust sound. Sound Art is elegantly hidden behind a high-grade, textured canvas wrap, bringing together the best of sound and art. This innovative design allows for a truly invisible, high-fidelity sound experience without bulky speakers. For licensors and other businesses, we are capable of producing thousands of units per day.
We're using the highest quality materials to give you the best product available in the market. Everywhere you look, there's always art. What I like so much about Sound Art, that you could just pair it and play.
Ansia, your art never sounded so good.
And welcome back to, excuse me, I almost said Fontana, Rockingham. We're in Rockingham, North Carolina tonight. And the fun part of commercial breaks, folks, is we get to tickle Mason Heimbaugh and make him laugh. No, I'm kidding. We just make him laugh. We say silly things and make each other laugh, and then we come back and we're all professional sounding, right, Wesley? Yeah. Hey, Wesley, do me a favor with your awesome golden voice and take us back to green, sir.
Well, here comes the field, ladies and gentlemen, back in turn number 4 here at the Rockingham Speedway. Pace car drops onto the pit lane. Field comes back to the cheerwine restart zone, which I love cheerwine, by the way. Green flag goes back in the air. Rucci, Joseph, throws him and sends him back into turn 1 and 2. And we got a caution as fast as the green flag fell. Yellow flag is out. Trouble. Oh, my goodness. There is LaPinta, the driver that was going to be, no correction, that's Wilson's car.
Justin Wilson,
my.
yeah. And
the yellow is out.
Wrinkled. He wrinkled that car up quite a bit right there.
And by the way, my dad drinks Black Rifle coffee. It's really darn. Whoa!
Wow.
Holy cow! What the heck happened?
What was that?
What in the world? Because it happened to the 11 also.
Yeah, that looked like spun tires, like some synchronized spinning. I wonder if there's oil on the track. I joke, folks. We don't have oil on the track yet in iRacing. I'll go right along now with inside Justin Wilson's car. Watch his RPMs here, Wesley. When he jumps on the gas, I bet they shoot straight up into the red.
Watch your RPMs. Watch that RPM gauge. Look at this here. What happened?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you saw it. Just that little glitch.
Oh, wow. And it does not take much when you have the horsepower these guys have on really fresh tires. And I wonder if he might have started in first. We can't see that because, unfortunately, the readout isn't accurate. But I'm wondering if he was in first and didn't realize it. I've done that.
My goodness. Cautions breed cautions, as they say.
Yes, sir. Can we see that? Because I'm not sure if you can actually see what gear they're in inside the cockpit. Okay. See if he blips it down. Yeah, Yep. Oops, daisy. Yeah, you've got to be real gentle on the shifts with these cars, Wesley. I know you haven't driven them yourself, but as a guy who has, man, whew, man.
Yeah,
all right. Well, we're gonna take a few minutes and talk to somebody special tonight. Barrett Morton, driver of the 9 car, who actually did start. Come to find out, he's ready for us. Whenever you want to pull him up there, Mason, if you can find him.
Yeah.
Barrett, this is John up in the booth, my friend. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you, bud.
Hey, brother, listen, man, first and foremost, my prayers are with you and your family. And this time, as a parent of a CF patient myself, I feel for you, brother. I know what you're going through.
It's good to hear that we're not alone, because at this point, you kind of feel alone, but our support group is phenomenal. And, that's why I've kind of turned to L-TAC for some help as well. And hopefully...
if you're like me, the first words out of your mouth were, she's got what again?
Yeah.
I mean, I had never heard of CF before Ashland, and that's my daughter's name, by the way. So, I'm sure you've done a lot of research. I'm sure you've heard a lot of things from a lot of people now. She's 7 months old, correct?
I'll let you know if it goes out again.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I didn't even know I was a carrier of it until just, we found out we're both carriers of it. So, it's the crazy thing is, once I've looked into it, the medicine and the advances they've had that have come along in the last 10 years has just been incredible. And in fact, they're actually trying to knock out the Make-A-Wish part of it, because the success rate is and it has been so much better. So that is a positive, and that is thanks to these charitable donations and things that we're running.
Yes, sir. I've been a part of the Strides, the Great Strides Foundation for 14 years now, I think. We've done a few fundraisers for them. They do the walkathons and stuff like that. You've got a lot of resources out there, brother. Hold your head up and have hope. I can tell you right now, have hope, because like you said, they have made huge strides as far as treatments goes. They've increased the mortality rate of patients with CF. So there's hope, my friend. And, we just want to let you know that we're here with you, and I feel for you, brother. And I will be praying hard for you guys to hope that God will be with you in this time.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, dude. All the help we can. Believe it or not, Ryan Dingler, who's in this race, has also been affected by this as well. So with his best friend. Yeah.
Well,
so, there's a lot out there that we're learning. So it's better to learn it together.
Well, hang out, my friend, and we'll pull you back up again here if we can here soon and chat with you a little bit more. But we have gone back to green, Wesley, and we've got a race on our hands, brother.
Yeah, we sure do. A battle for the lead heating up with Dareth Rucci and Thrower. And again, by the way, Mr. Morton, your thoughts and prayers are also from my family to yours as well, man. I always tell somebody, I have a son. He's 15 years old, but my son got really bad sick whenever he was just born, like 2 or 3 months old. Thank goodness it wasn't anything worse than just, just having problems with digesting food and bowel movements and going to the bathroom at a young age as just a child, you know, and thank goodness that it wasn't anything worse than that. But that's as we watch this battle finally simmer out for the lead with Rucci back out in front, now battle for second, Dingler and Thrower going at it. That's that as a parent, and John, I know you can say this as well, that's a helpless feeling when all you want to do is just try to put your arms around your child and try to make them better, and there's nothing that you can do. That's all.
It's, I mean, yeah, it is the most hopeless feeling. And I mean, I'm a vet, dude. I have been in some hairy places, just stuff I don't even want to talk about, but I'm just saying, I have never felt as hopeless as I have when you watch a sick child in the hospital, knowing that there's nothing you can do but hold their hand and pray. So, again, you said it, man, best. Thoughts and prayers definitely going out to the Morton family and really anybody in this world that has, had to deal with a diagnosis like that, being told that your loved one has some sort of disease or ailment that threatens their life. I will add everybody to my prayers on that note. But back to this race, Wesley, we got a great battle, as usual, up front between Rucci, Thrower, and Dingler. These guys have been fighting tooth and nail literally for almost 100 laps now, trading the lead between the three of them. It's been fascinating and really fun to watch.
It's been exciting, and we've enjoyed it as they work their way. Look at that telemetry there. If you watch it, working into turn number 3, watch them powering their way to the bottom. By the way, we're after halfway, so we're in the second half of this race for the Riley Morton Thunder Alley 200, round 13 tonight for, of course, the L-TAC Racing League Cup Series presented by Tucson Sound Art. And for the most part, John, it's been a pretty comfortable race. We finally had a caution right before lap 100, and then we had a succession of 2 yellow flags right there back to back off one another. Here comes Dingler, his Chevrolet from Blunsville, Alabama, makes a run down to the inside on Dingler. Dingler outside, Thrower on the bottom. This goes on for second as they work off turn number 2.
Tell you what, this fight on the outside, Dingler is really impressive up high. Now, we know he had some issues earlier in the race there, Wesley. He seems to have a better feel for this car now on the backside of the halfway mark as he powers by Thrower down the inside and making that outside work. And look who he brings with him, Joseph in that 20 car.
Yeah, here comes the 20 machine. Remember last time they battled, Dingler got into him in the left rear going into 3. Now we'll see if he'll return the favor. But again, I just think that was a simple racing incident. There was nothing intentional as Dingler all the way up the hill. They might stick it 3 wide. Holy cow. Dingler under attack by Joseph. And here comes Thrower now back in the mix, and all the while, Rucci's car pulls away as the leader in 1.
That's exactly what Rucci wants to see. He wants to see these guys battling it out back here. Granted, he still has 88 laps to go, but please, yes, guys, fight with yourselves. Let me get a cushion from y'all. Look at this. Joseph sends it down, hard on the inside, 3 to 4 right there. Dingler slides up, gives him the spot. Thinking about that crossover, don't know if he'll make it.
All the while, here comes Rucci, the leader. There goes all these cars. Joseph will finally clear by Dingler for that spot. They work their way coming off the corner. Another lap in. 112 of 200.
Lap 112 of 200. We are booking through this race really quick, folks. Don't blink. You might miss something like I did. I mean, man, I tell you what, we don't pay attention. Even with it right here on the screen in front of us, we can miss something. These guys are turning laps 25 seconds around this track, 1 mile, Rockingham Speedway, Thunder Alley, if you will. We have a fight right here going on between the 81 car. That is Tyler Granat, and you got Kyle Green back there in the 18 in scoring, 19 on your screen, and just behind them, you got Sean Deal bouncing back from an earlier mishap. Wesley making that multicolored bright car really stand out, kind of working the high side a little bit there.
Yes, sir, he certainly is. As right now we're closing in on 85 laps to go. Working their way back around the racetrack this time by. There you see this battle going on between Greno and Green. Remember, Green is normally in the 18 car. Now he's in the Rowdy Energy number 19 machine. He battles side by side for that spot. There's contact made. Green gets sideways. Greno goes up the racetrack. Inside comes Deal. He'll try to clear through, and they work their way to the back straightaway. No harm, no foul as they work Thunder Alley to 3.
Those guys are getting ready for a dirt race. That's what that was, man. They're seeing if they can hang out that back end a little bit and still maintain pace, and they did. Oh, a little bit of contact right there between Sean Deal and the 81 of Tyler Granadas. Deal works the inside right there, trying to take that spot away. You would have thought with as sideways as those two guys got, Wesley, he'd be able to pass them up, but I don't think they even got out of the gas.
Yeah, look at this 49 machine. There's Musadi. Musadi trying to get down around the inside of Berger for that spot. Berger now 1 lap down. Musadi now in 12th, clearing all these cars. Dill and Grano go at it side by side for 8th and 9th in turn 1.
Sean Dill still trying to work the inside right there on Granat, trying to take that spot. Oh, contact. Deal down the inside, contact with the wall. He spins it. We are still green. Oh, caution's out. There's the caution right there on lap 117. I guarantee you we're going to see pit stops this time by, Wesley.
Oh, man. Here. You knew it was bound to happen. We're watching those cars battle for position. There you see Grano, the 81 up on the outside, and there you see Deal, and they made contact. He just bonsai'd off him, left off, came off the left side of the car, and obviously, John, that was probably the worst place to do that. That was probably what caused that car to spin, was where the contact was made coming off the exit of 2 to make him lose control.
Yeah, he's already got a lot of left wheel into that car, and it was really weird the way that happened because it looked like, I mean, it looks like he bounced off a Superman right there. And look, we don't have anybody taking, nobody taking pits right there. Wow, man. Let's see if anybody's going to come in at all. Yeah, we have Musadi coming in. We got Sean Deal, of course. He's probably going to want to try and get some damage banged out, but it looks like everybody else stayed out. Well, real quick, while we can, folks, I want to give y'all just a quick link to go to. It's fightcf.cff.org. That's the website for Great Strides Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. If you want to look into this, maybe find out who you can, how you can help out the Mortons or any other family that you might know dealing with cystic fibrosis right now. That is fight, FIGHT.cff.org. It's a great website to get information on exactly what cystic fibrosis is, how it affects the patients that are diagnosed with it, what medical treatments are available, but most importantly, how you can find somebody to support in their time of need. So I highly recommend you do pass by fightcf.cff.org. Wesley, we saw some fake outs on pit road there, so that leads me to believe that these guys are actually going to push their luck and try and go the full extent of the green flag run, which is what, 55 laps, I believe we saw?
Yeah, we've got 80 laps to go, and I'm honestly thinking, I think, John, they're waiting for, I think they're waiting for another caution. I really do. I think they're trying to pull it to about lap 160, 170. I don't know. Some of these guys, they might be taking that gamble to pit, but honestly, I just don't think with 80 laps to go, it's a good idea to try to gamble to go to the finish. I just don't see that happening. Not yet.
They can't get to the finish. We know that they're going to have to pit again sometime. So we'll see what. Look, man, Wesley. I'm gonna be honest with you. Can I be honest with you about something real quick?
Sure.
I suck at crew chiefing. Okay, if there is a choice that's the right choice and you win the race, and the wrong choice is going to put you in the wall or in the pits, don't ask me, because I'm going to have you losing the race. But anyway,
gotcha.
Well, look, folks, one more thing. Now, Mason, maybe you can help me out with this. I'm not real sure, but does the Morton family have an actual website set up yet? Okay, so what we'll do, folks, is we'll try and find out somewhere between now and the end of the show, or maybe in the post-race, where you can go to click on Little Riley's page. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I don't know why I asked you that question. I've actually got it up in front of my face right now, but this is me we're talking about, Dane Ramage and all. But
it's on the upper right of the monitor right there, John. Yeah.
Yep, there it is. Now, yeah, that takes you to the main website, and then you... I think Riley's got a code that you put in to actually get to her story. You probably just search Riley Morton. That's Morton, Riley, Riley, folks. And you can pass by there and see how you can help the family out. We're about to go back to green, Wesley. And you know what? I need a favor, brother.
Yeah.
I love it when you bring us back to green. You sound so professional.
Okay.
So would you mind? Would you mind, Wesley?
Lights are off on the pace car as it'll get ready to make that left-hand turn onto the pit lane. It'll be 79 laps to go when the field comes back to the Cheerwine restart zone with Rucci and Joseph on the front row. Dingler Thrower making up row number 2. Butcher Benjamin, Causey, Green, Grado, LaPinta, Stone, the top 10, working their way off turn 4. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. And now Rucci makes a restart jump. Whole shot to him in turn 1.
I'll tell you what, I was watching 83 car of Hunter Thrower pushing Joseph across the start-finish line there. I really thought he was going to try and push him all the way through the turn. He didn't. He bailed, ducked down that inside, but it's not going to work for him. Joseph in that 20 car on the outside, Wesley, making that outside line work for the moment.
Yeah, we'll watch them working their way back to the front straightaway here now as we're closing in on 75 laps to go in just a few more minutes. Joseph up in the straight from wall barrier. Caution flag will wave. Caution flag is out. Problems there for Peterson's car. 1 time, 2 times a problem. Now Peterson with an issue and understanding Brogdon might be in trouble in Tabasco number 11 as well. And caution is out in 2 different spectrums of the racetrack. And maybe Peterson and Brogdon got together, John. We're under yellow flag for the 5th time. There's the contact.
There. Yes, sir. Oh, and Muzzatti got a piece of that as well. Oh, man, we talked about that. I talked about that earlier tonight. Wesley, if you recall, coming off of 4, the car unloads so hard right there. And it's really, really easy for you to get out of shape, especially with the horsepower these guys are putting down and the lack of a rear spoiler. It's a really small rear spoiler they got. So the car is pretty light. And when you come off that turn, it just unloads, man. And unfortunately for both those guys, they were so close together that it took them both out. Heavy damage on the 11 car. I didn't quite see how bad the other car came out of that. And I don't know if either of these guys even have a fast repair left. We're going to find out here as the 11 of Brogdon in that Tabasco 11 car thought about ducking down on pit road, but it looks like he changed his mind. Muzzatti's on pit road, though, for sure.
Muzzatti's on pit road, yeah. Muzzatti going to get checked out. He's going to give up at least a top 12 run right now, and Brogdon's going to stay out of the racetrack. Peterson is right now 15th, and I don't know if he's going to pit or not. Looks like he is. He got damage, obviously. 52 did. Checking on the 11 as well. And 75 laps to go.
Peterson did duck down pit road, and
he did.
Muzzatti did also. I'm just really surprised that the 11 car Brogdon stayed out. I was trying to get some of that hammered out.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, John. I'm surprised Brogdon did not take this opportunity to come to the pit, especially under caution, and at least get things checked out. But
he's probably in there sipping that Tabasco sauce. he probably thinks he can conquer the world. Hey, look, you think I'm joking? When I went through boot camp in the Army, man, we had a drill sergeant that drank that stuff by the bottle, straight up, man. Would just get right up in your face, pull a bottle out, shoot it, and just start yelling at you. The guy scared me. I was terrified of him, man. But anyway. I am a font of useless information, Wesley. Did you know that?
Oh, it's all good. It's not useless information. No, thank you for your service.
I appreciate that. I hear people tell me that, and I keep forgetting that it's so long. I literally got out of the military almost 30 years ago. 30 years, Wesley. Like, man, I'm old.
Yeah, but you should never not be accredited or acknowledged for what you've done for our country, for sure. So definitely, man, whether it's 5 years or 30 years, definitely you've earned your right to have people tell you that.
Found a piece of my uniform last week that I tried to put on. Yeah, didn't work. I'm so glad the folks can't hear you sometimes. Well, folks, we've had a very eventful race. I mean, really, we have, Wesley. This has not been a boring race. It hasn't been a wreck fest. It's been what I expected for a Rockingham race. This is a rough track, man. This is a very storied, very old track. It's got bumps. It's got character. And you throw the next-gen car on there with its inability to handle bumps half the time. These guys have made it look easy, but it's been a fantastic race so far. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, man, it's been the exact same sentiments. I mean, we've had a couple of caution flags or some scary moments hiccups along the way, but for the most part, the race was fairly clean. The first, 90 some odd laps of it, and still had good competition, good racing, good. I really can't tell you. Obviously, you know, Rucci, Joseph, Dingler, Thrower are probably the class of the field. They're the final four, if you will. But out of those four cars, I can't tell you who's going to win, because amongst the way, we've had guys slip up. They've made mistakes. We saw Joseph make some mistakes. We saw Rucci mess up. We saw Dingler and Thrower have some problems. Heck, look at Kazi. Kazi got tore up earlier in the race before halfway. Had to take a fast repair, John. He's right there back at the top 5. We're coming back for the restart, by the way.
He's back to green, brother.
Now the pace car drops back onto the pit lane. This is the overview. And now from the pit side by side, Rucci and Joseph battle. He'll pull over about a car length away from the machine of Joseph on the outside lane. Dingler, Thrower will follow. Causey, Benjamin, all those drivers I just mentioned back to green as they work off turn 2.
Thrower got a little bit loose, caused the rest of the field behind him to check up. One of those guys being Causey. I really thought Causey was going to drive through it for a second there, but they keep it clean and green as the front 5, maybe 6 are single file right now, but that's not going to last very long as we come down this front stretch. We're going to see some guys trying the outside here pretty soon, Wesley, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we're going to watch them as they work their way back again off the corner, side by side, green and Greno battle. This is going on for position number 7 and 8. And here comes Musati back up in the mix. He'll go up on the outside lane. Musati will also carry Berger with him. So is Deal. A couple of cars with problems earlier, John. Right back in the hunt of things. Deal outside the top 10. He's in 11th. Berger now. They battle for that spot with 70 to go off 2.
Musati engaging cloaking device for a little bit there. You know, Wesley, I will say this. Some people don't like the idea of a fast repair. Some people love it. I, for one, I like having one fast repair for some of these guys because they've got a great car, but they just happen to get caught up in somebody else's mess. And we've seen that tonight. We've seen Joseph Causey. I mean, man, he was wiped out, remember? Came in, got his fast repair. He's a competitive car again. He's on track right now, back there in 6th place. He's right there fighting with the leaders. Musati, we saw him twice now get wiped out in somebody else's accident. He's got his stuff fixed, and he's still on track being competitive. Hard contact, Joseph.
No. Oh, here we go.
Big contact right in front of the field, too. I am super amazed. Oh, as I say that, wow.
That was Purcell that just plowed in the Butcher Benjamin's car.
And then hits him again on the way out, saying, "See ya, buddy." I was fixing to say that nobody else hit him, but thank you for making me a liar, Purcell. I appreciate it. Man, that was heavy contact too on the as we watch now. We're going to ride along with Joseph. Wesley, tell me what you see right here.
John, remember what I was talking about just probably about, 3 laps ago? I mean, these guys are really, really fast cars, but we've seen them make mistakes. And there you see again, Joseph got damage on the front straightaway, exiting 4, just battling for position, nowhere to go. Bounced off the 1 of Butcher Benjamin. Butcher Benjamin gets plowed into by a lap car of Purcell, and yeah, here you go. I mean, if you're lucky you got a fast repair, you better use it now. If not, and if you got a fast repair already used up, your night might be done here. And all the while, Dingler, the pole car, goes back to the lead here at Richmond, here at Rockingham.
Still,
I had the R right.
Yeah, you did. And we still have 67 laps to go, man. I mean, you know, it's not like they can go all the way now. They still have one more pit stop to make. So this is just adding a little bit of drama, if you will, to the equation.
Man, oh man, here you see now Dingler's car, Rucci, Thrower, Causey, Musati, some of these names that had problems earlier, now they're right back up in the hunt of things again. And as I mentioned, John, now you see Butcher, Benjamin, Joseph, those cars that were up in the front, now they're in the back. They've got damage, they either got to take on a fast repair. Yeah, a lot of craziness here going on, and we're not done yet.
No, not at all. Now, Joseph did duck in, and I believe took his fast repair. Let me just check on that real quick, and we'll see. Where is he? Oh, he is disconnected. I stand corrected. Joseph has parked it and called it a night.
See, there you see right there. There's an upset for a driver like Joseph because he was right there at the front all night long, and now Involved in an accident, car badly damaged, he's done for. You got to wonder, John, if he used that fast repair when he had that incident with Berger earlier in the race, if you remember. And he had to, you know, use that repair, rally back through the field. Tough break for some of these guys. And, of course, we're not done yet, man. We still got, what, 65, 66 laps to go?
Yes, sir. And it's, I mean, you know, that's kind of part of the gamble. They only have the one fast repair. So when do you use it? I mean, do you use it early in the race after you've gotten the right front fender knocked off, or do you just try to trust your pit crew to bang that out with every pit stop and save that fast repair for the major damage you might get later on? It's just a hard decision to make because you can't tell when you're going to get into an accident, Wesley. You don't know that. So I feel for some of these guys that might have popped their cork on that fast repair early in the race, and now, you know, they don't have anything to help out at the end of the race.
Yeah, you got to definitely strategy, as you said, John. You're not a strategist on the pit war wagon per se. So you,
no, sir.
But one thing for certain, you know, in taking that aside, if you're involved in an incident and you do get damaged, you have to assess of, is this the time I need to take this fast repair, or on the virtual sim, can I go a little bit longer before I go take this chance and make these fast repairs to fix it? Can I be there at the late rally? Because remember, the first win the race, you must first finish. You're not going to win the race on lap number 100. You got to be there at lap 195, at least lap 180, and you got a strategy as well. So, lights off on the pace car. A lot of cloud cover now over Rockingham Speedway on the virtual sim, man. It feels like nightfall settling in. As the lights are off on the pace car, it's going to get ready to bring them back to green here with Dingler and Rucci on the front row, John.
Yes, sir. Dingler, Rucci on the front row. Dingler inside, Rucci outside. Dingler with the start right there at the Cheerwine start-finish line, and off we go. I'll tell you what, Rucci on the outside right here. Watch him on the outside. Let's see how long he stays out there. If he can clear the 83 right here of Hunter Thrower and see if he ducks down. No, he's going to stay on the outside. In the meantime, you got behind him Joseph Causey in that 88 car. Wesley, I'll tell you what, he's looking good right now.
Holy cow, John Muschin, and plus there is nothing but full darkness around the racetrack, and it's not because of nightfall, it's because of cloud cover settling in on the virtual sim here at Rockingham Speedway. There is no sunlight anywhere on the horizon, maybe a little glimpse of the sunlight off of turn number 2 from the top of the roofs of the cars, but other than that, it is all cloud cover. That's something we've also got to watch in with now 60 laps to go, if that's going to change the handling on these race cars, as you see cars moving up the hill, possibly causing under attack, losing ground and loose off 4.
So off of 4 he was, as we ride along on top of Anthony Muzzati from that wonderful roof cam. Great shot there, Mason. Appreciate that. Man, look at these guys working that high line, though. And the good thing about the high line, Wesley, is if you do get out of control, you'll get out of step a little bit. You don't have far to go. Therefore, not a whole lot of speed that you can hit the wall with. But you also, like you said earlier, at the very top of the show, there's those marbles out there. What'd you call that? The tomato patch?
Tater patch.
Potato patch.
We're
Tater
dirt
patch,
racing
yeah.
in Bristol this weekend, so it's going to be called the Tater Patch. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I am familiar with said tater patch, and it has never been kind to me. Not once.
Well, Dingler is the man out in front. Look at this battle now going on for this position of 5th. And 4th and 5th under attack now. Thrower and Causey. I can see clearly now the sun is back out. A little bit in some places, a little cloud cover in others. But right now that goes on, changing up positions as now here comes Causey under attack by Thrower on the bottom. He'll clear him and go back to 4th out of 2.
Great shot right there. Hey, Mason, if we can, I would love to get an in-car shot of these guys driving the steering wheel and see what kind of handwork we're getting out of these guys coming through these turns. Because I guarantee you, it's not going to be as smooth as it looks. Watch now as we ride along with Causey coming down the front stretch, going into 1 right here. He's going to get off the throttle. Barely, though. Look at that. Boy, got a lot of on-throttle time for that turn. I did not realize that. And don't forget, these are 5 speeds, Wesley. These guys have 5 speeds to choose from as they go through these turns. Man, he is making it look easy. These guys just, wow. That's impressive. Me, I am swatting flies in here when I'm driving these cars.
And all the while, still some cloud cover working their way around the racetrack, man. I mean, hell, that last restart we had, John, you'd have thought nightfall was settling in. It got so dark down the back straightaway.
I was fiddling with my monitor controls. I thought I was losing a monitor for a second. Oh, no! Contact!
Oh, green.
Green gets turned.
Yep, and oh my goodness, I think LaPinta got some of it. There you see Brogdon. Oh, yeah, LaPinta was involved. Look at this. This was the guy that, remember, started this race, John, in 18th position. And look at this. Oh, my goodness. That's is that Godot?
Yeah,
Godot got into green. Godot.
Now, those guys have kind of had some issues all night tonight.
They've been beside each other all night long, for that matter, John. Yeah, I was about to say that, man.
So, and we're still wrecking. What on earth was that? We're going to back this up, folks. Hold up with us just a second while we get some clarification.
There was some retaliation. That's retaliation, dude. I don't know what to tell you. There's retaliation. And Dill says, what the hell, man? I didn't do nothing wrong. Why you hit me?
Oh, wow.
Oh.
And he got Sean Deal big time. Oh, my goodness. So I am sure Race Control is going to have something to say about that. We'll let you know, folks. As soon as we get notification from Race Control on how they're going to handle that, we'll let you know. But I can tell you, Nolan Ripple will not tolerate stuff like that on track. I've talked to this guy enough. I've been watching his racing, his Race Control enough to know that there will be something to come from that.
Yeah, there ain't no doubt about that, man. That was definitely some rough driving and a little frustration to boot. And he came back and he returned the favor. And here's the thing, John. We mentioned it. They've been going at it, fighting like cats and dogs throughout this entire race and battling for position. And I think that one little slip there just kind of caused a little bit of frustration, retaliation, and then you see him come back and return the favor. And you know, that's you can't do that. You got to wonder if he's going to get parked. Obviously, Sean Deal's going to come down to the pit lane. He's going to get checked. Purcell's in. Brogdon's back in. And whew, fireworks at Rockingham.
Hey, Wesley, and guess what? While all that was going on, pit stops happened because we're at lap 145, which puts each and every one of these drivers in the window to possibly go all the way on fuel from here. So we're going to add a little cayenne pepper, a little Tabasco sauce, if you will, to the stew here of drama that we've got going on right now. And my goodness. Yeah, I saw that. It made me laugh. So we have it from Race Control. The 18 car of Kyle Green has been parked, and Kyle has been requested to stop by the trailer and discuss his attitude with Race Control. Wesley,
I would love to have like a little inside microphone in that conversation and air it, but we can't do that.
Hey, Mason, can you I don't know, bug the L-TAC trailer for us, buddy?
Can you queue us up for a no?
No, he said no. Oh man, I tell you what, that was I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've done about what 8 or 9 of these now, Mason, and that's the first time I've seen such blatant payback on a track, man. Oh, man. Well, Wesley, I'm gonna need a favor from you, brother.
What's up?
I got to catch my breath because, you know, I'm old and crusty. Can you bring us back to green, please?
I will. Lights off on the pace car. It's going to be 54, make it 53 laps to go when they come back to the Cheerwine restart zone. Of course, Deal, even though he just got spun a few moments ago, did not come to the pits. He's going to be the leader. LaPinta in the best opportunity for him to win this race. Remember, he was 18th on the redraw, or not on the redraw, but he drew the number 18 as the number. If the driver wins the race, they get 3 bonus points added to their championship point front tally. Butcher Benjamin back up there from an accident earlier. Dingler, Rucci, Thrower, Stone, Causey, Gazioni, and Musati top 10. Field comes back to the line. It'll be again 50. Well, they're closing in. 53 laps to go. Green flag back in the air. And on the jump, it's Deal. Deal showing his first times of pressure and momentum being up in the front. As LaPinta falling back on the restart. Losing ground to Thrower. Losing ground to Rucci. Losing ground now to Dingler. He falls back to 5th and 6th and 3.
25 lap difference between the tires on leader Sean Deal and Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Yeah, they're not going to hang on for long. Marla Pinta, he has 20 lap older tires, and you see where he's going right now, right? So when Taylor gets up there, the one car of Taylor Butcher Benjamin gets up there to the back of Sean Deal, he's got to figure out how to get around Sean without wrecking himself and Sean Deal. As we zoom in on that, if we could there, Mason, because he's caught him. He's right there around him now. And this should be interesting. If Sean can hang on just a little bit right here. He's looking for another caution, I think.
And John, I don't know if you saw, but we had a little ink and blink and nod on Musadi's car, the 11th position machine, the 49. Well, that goes on. Here's this battle going on for the lead, and Dill just gives it up and says, hey, man, take it. Butcher Benjamin from the outhouse to the penthouse, and now back up in the front again. Rucci second, Thrower third. New drivers up in the front with 50 laps to go at Rockingham, back to turn one.
Got really close to LaPinta right there, trying to make the exit of turn four. You want to swing the car out as wide as you can, but when there's another car out there, dude, you've only got a little bit of space to work with. You know what I'm saying? He made it work, though, so we're watching this as Deal slides back in one lap from first to fourth. Right now, he's got Dingler heading his way, maybe less than a half a second away as we ride along with Colin Stone, the 43. Colin Stone's had a pretty eventful night, I guess we could say, Wesley.
I mean, it's been eventful, but he's also being conscious of staying out of trouble. Little problems along the way, but for the most part, the car's still in one piece, and he's in the catbird seat. I mean, look at him. He's in the top 10 run, 9th place right now. Greno now battling. There you see now Berger also in that mix, battling now with the 16 of Gaccioni. That goes on for position. All in the top 10 as they work now. 48 laps to go off turn number 2.
I'm really impressed that Sean Dill has stayed in the top 5. I really expected him to slide further back quicker because he's got the oldest tires. Oh, wow, a little bit of contact there between Granat and Stone. Granat and the 81, 43 of Stone right there. Just a smidgen of contact. But I tell you what, Wesley, that's all it takes here at Rockingham.
Yeah, Granat and Stone there battling. Berger also up on the outside looking in as well, and they're all trying to get around LaPinta as LaPinta's car trying to get S done down the back straightaway, losing ground. He better make a move now. 47, 46 laps to go when they come back to the start-finish line, and it's all Butcher Benjamin, the one car, leading the way as Stone loses ground from the cars, and we got a battle for the lead. Heating up now off turn 2 between Butcher Benjamin. Rucci's coming back in the Ally Financial 48 to turn 3.
Man, I tell you what, Rucci is just hanging it all out right now. I've seen him last 2 laps get the back end of that car literally brushing the wall, Wesley. I mean, that's about as close as you can get without actually smacking it and put yourself in harm's way. And I think Rucci wants the lead back, but I tell you what, Taylor Butcher Benjamin and that one car is looking fast right now, really fast.
Yeah, the driver out of Ortana, Pennsylvania, the man leading the way in the Butcher Benjamin #1 machine, got involved in an accident earlier.
3 wide.
Remember, 3 wide. Here we go. Berger, Greno,
That's not going to work. I tell you that's not going to work.
Hold on, they save it, they save it.
What?
No caution.
What?
They stay green.
There's
Wow.
no way. There's no way. I refuse to believe this is real.
They
This
did
is
it.
CGI. Man.
They did it.
What? Dude, I would have wrapped my car around that telephone pole down there at least 3 times. That was impressive. That was highly impressive. Let me tell you why, folks. I don't know how many of you out there are watching have driven the next-gen car yet, but when this thing gets sideways, it's pretty much over with. The fact that these guys numerous times tonight have showed us their door numbers on the stretch tells you there's some damn good drivers in this field, Wesley.
Yeah, definitely watching those guys working their way back around the racetrack with Butcher Benjamin, Rucci, Thrower, Dingler, of course, Kazi in the top 5. Nobody jumping out of line just yet, of course, as these laps continue to tick away. Under now, 50 laps to go. And look at this now as here comes Butcher Benjamin and Rucci battling again for the lead.
I'll tell you what, Rucci, I think he slapped the wall, excuse me, a little bit. Last couple of laps, he's really hanging it out there. Look at that. He gets into that turn so hard right there, but what that's going to do is that's going to cost him on an exit. And he's going to have to just stay off the throttle a little bit longer on exit to make sure that car turns. But, man, he's definitely got a faster car, it seems like to me, Wesley, going down through these turns.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on them as they work their way again off the racetrack, coming off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Of course, hanging up against the outside wall here at Thunder Alley at Rockingham. Then they stay from the outside lane down to the bottom of the racetrack into 3 and 4. Butcher Benjamin, of course, driving a different lane is Rucci, trying so hard to reel him in. Meanwhile, here's another battle that's brewing that happened earlier in the race between Thrower and Dingler. Dingler, the pole car, trying to make his presence felt. Those 4 cars, I said it again, John, right back up there in the front again. It's 40 laps to go, and those are your final 4, I believe, at Rockingham. The question is, who will come out on top as the winner?
Absolutely. Tell you what, Dingler, to tell you how hard he's driving this car, he's tapped the wall 3 or 4 times in the last 6 laps. It shows the right side of that car is just all banged up. We know he's already used his fast repair, Wesley. We saw him do it in the pit road there. As right now he looks down the inside of Hunter Thrower. Hunter Thrower steps up, lets him by. Is he going to clear him? He does clear him. And tell you what, we got a battle for the lead right up front of these guys. Thrower Benjamin on the outside. Sorry, Butcher Benjamin on the outside. Rucci on the inside. Wesley, who's going to take this down to 1?
Yeah, look at him hold the break contact again. Benjamin up the racetrack. Here comes Rucci on the inside. And all the while, Dingler and Thrower have now threw their hats in the ring. 4 cars for the lead into turn 3.
What lap are we on? Are we on the last lap? Because they're racing like it. Whoa, Dingler out of shape. Saves it, stays going. But man, again, there you go, Wesley. These cars just so loose right now on exits of turns.
Fighting, clawing, they know it's go time, believe it or not. As these 4 drivers battling, here comes Grano on the inside. He'll go around Deal. Deal, remember, on the last restart was the leader. He had not pitted yet. He's lost ground on everybody by the virtue of the tires. But all the while, the race rolls on. We're coming to the home markers of this race. Under 50 laps to go. Check that. Now make it under 40 remaining. And it is Rucci, Butcher Benjamin, Thrower, Dingler. Don't count out Musati or Kazi or Berger. Those drivers had problems earlier, John, but it's now put up and shut up time at the Rock. Who's going to prevail on the 48? He's the leader off turn 4.
He's the leader right now off of turn 4, but look at these 3 guys behind him, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, really duking it out back here. I tell you what, Sean Deal, I feel bad for him. We know he has to pit again. There's just no way around that. So I'm really not sure what he was thinking. Maybe he was just hoping for that quick caution like you talked about, Wesley. But that's definitely going to cost him a good race, a good finish tonight. He's already back to 10th, and he's definitely losing ground. In the meantime, look at this fight right here between the 1 car of Tyler Butcher Benjamin, and you got Hunter throwing the 83 right there. What a fight.
Ready to go here, the shootout time, if you will. This is what it's all about. Ready to be here at the end. As here comes now Butcher Benjamin under attack, the pole car. Dingler looking for the lead. No correction, that's Thrower. He'll carry Dingler with him, the pole car. 3 cars fighting for the lead. Dingler can't go inside, he can't go outside. All the while, they battle for the lead. Dingler closes in. This goes on for the lead in turn 2.
This is for 2nd place, by the way. Rucci's got the lead by almost a second. He's out there just watching this in his mirror. Yeah. And the more these guys fight, Wesley, the further out he's going to get. And at one point, they got to realize we should probably single up and try and chase him back down.
Well, you know, John, the last time I looked at it, I saw Butcher Benjamin was the leader, and then all of a sudden Rucci up in front, and now here you go now with Butcher Benjamin finally getting passed by Dingler, so this moves him up to 3rd. Butcher Benjamin falling off to 4th. And, John, here's something you got to think about as well, man. Using up your tires. Up your tires. The more aggressive you race, and obviously we saw the cloud cover that most recent restart. Now the sun's back out again. That's going to change the handling on the car. But the more aggressive you drive, you're using up your tires a lot faster, and that's going to also make you lose a lot of give and take on the car, if you will, falling back on the field. If the other drivers save their rubber and then they're able to come after you, then they can be there at the end. But I'm thinking if we don't get a caution, John, if we don't get a caution within the next 15 laps, we're going to see green flag pit stops.
No, I really don't know. I mean, these guys could theoretically make it if maybe they dialed back their speeds a little bit, started saving fuel a little bit. They could make it because it's been 57 laps from 143 to 200, right? So yeah, I think you're right though. You know what? Now that I'm doing the math, Wesley, I think you're right. I think everybody's got to stop one more time.
Remember what you said. You're not very good on the.
Yes, you're right. You are so right. And now that I'm looking at these numbers, you're right. I think these guys everybody's got to stop. Hey, look, there's your little graphic.
Yeah, finally. With 30 laps to go, I finally get it. There's a little.
Oh, that reminds me of, what was it, NASCAR Heat maybe that did that? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, to show you folks, no, it looked like this though really early in the race. Like it did like this really fast. Like at lap 50, we had cars spread all over the place on this track. But
oh yeah,
Man, I mean, it's hard. You tell me who the leader is right there in that bunch. I mean, seriously, it's like,
well, the
what?
thing is, as I said, John, is all those cars that I mentioned, man. I mean, heck, at one time we could actually say Berger and Causey were guys that were up in the front and could be a contender for sure. So I mean, and again, she's not even worn up her pipes just yet. The fat lady ain't sung, and
That's
we're
true.
closing in on 27 laps to go. I mean, so. You know, I still got a feeling we're going to see a late race caution. I think we're going to see green flag pit stops within a matter of 10 laps or so. I think that's really going to shuffle things up. And I don't mean to say that we're going to see a caution. But I will predict if we get a caution flag, it's really going to totally ramsack and shuffle up this running order for the finish of the race.
Yeah, especially if it comes after green flag pit stops. You know, because, I mean, if there's going to be a caution, it's probably going to happen with one of the leaders racing the other one of the guys really hard. But look at this time spread that we've got between first through fifth. Rucci out front, Dingler 1.5 seconds behind him. Thrower 1.9 seconds behind. Butcher Benjamin 3.5 seconds behind. And finally, Muzzatti 4 seconds behind the leader. So they've really spread out, and that's what Rucci wants right now. He wants to be able to get into the pits clean without any pressure from behind, get his 4 tires, get his fuel, and get back out without any issues. That's going to be the key.
And all the while, if you remember, with 25 laps to go now, John, we see a graphic now, which I think is the last 5 laps of the over-under on how much the interval is from the gap of first and second. So you see second trying to close in on that interval to the leader of Rucci. That's the interval gap, if you will. But John, with under 25 laps to go now, this race has been fairly quiet for the first half of the race. Remember the first, 75, 80 laps of the race, we didn't even have a caution flag. Then we had the green flag pit stops in around lap 60, and that went on. That transition happened. Then we had 2 times where the caution should have came out, but it didn't come out. And here we go. I called it perfectly, John. Green flag pit stops, the shootout here now with 23 laps to go, as now Stone and LaPinta are coming into the pit lane.
Mussati's in, LaPinta's in, Stone's in. We're getting all kinds of guys coming down pit road right now. And by the way, to what you touched on earlier, it was 88 laps before our first caution. That's
yeah, like I said, close to 90 laps. I mean, it was kind of fairly single file and everybody quiet, and then they had the cycle of green flag pit stops and everybody bringing down. Now the question is this: when does Rucci pit? When does Dingler pit? And are they going to be crazy enough to possibly roll the dice, if you will, John Muschin Jr., and make a rally to not pit and be there at the end? We know that they can make it on fuel. The question is, can they make it on tires? Because, as they said in the movie Days of Thunder, tires are what wins races. And if somebody pits and takes on 4 new tires, John, and can run back down these cars that are in the lead that are slow, they're going to get bypassed like a sitting duck on a hot summer day. But that changes now as we got a caution. Caution is out, run in front of the leaders. Purcell loses
no. Man, that is going to kill Muzzatti, Sean Deal. These guys were just on pit road. LaPinta. I mean, these are guys that were up front for a while, challenging for the lead, and now with the caution as they're 2 laps down, that just messes all kinds of things up. As we watch the replay right here.
And John, remember John Deal. Sean Deal was the leader.
That's Muzzatti. Wait, back that up.
Muzzatti wrecked. That's Muzzatti in 49.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it is. He was just off the road.
Off the pit road.
What happened? Oh my goodness. He just lost it. And just loses it right here.
Lost it. You know what, John? It's shade of what happened to Morton's car. Remember earlier when Morton had that happen to him?
Wow. That is so unfortunate. But you know who loves seeing this? Rucci, Dingler, Thrower, those guys up front love it. Now they can come down pit road.
Here they
nice
come.
Relax.
This is money stop time, guys. They're pitting, and you know they are.
Yeah, let's keep it on Rucci and the leaders. See if they get into their pits without any kind of issues is going to be the key here.
You knew they were coming to the pits. They're all going to be coming in. Here's the thing, John. We talk about 4 tires and fuel, but another thing we have to also emphasize on, don't make mistakes. Don't overshoot your pit stall. Don't enter there before you get in your box. Don't be speeding on pit road. Don't speed exiting pit road. And you see what happened to Granot. You can't do that. See, he lost at least, Granot lost at least a half a second, 2 seconds off of that mistake right there. As here comes now the 48, Rucci in first, out first.
Dingler second, Thrower's going to be third, Butcher Benjamin fourth, Causey comes out fifth. Wow, a little shakeup on pit road, and we're going to have 18 to go. Everybody's got fresh tires. Oh my goodness, Wesley.
Wow, I told you.
This is going to be insane. This restart.
TCE, John, TCE. This changes everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. This changes the attitude of the drivers as well. And what I mean by that is these guys were taking it easy on the restarts. I mean, they were. Let's be honest here. I mean, there was nobody bumping anybody clean down into turn 1 on these last few restarts. But now we got to have less than 15 to go. We go back to green. Wesley, my goodness. Everybody got your popcorn? Everybody got
bar the door, get your popcorn ready. Put your seats in your upright position. Strap on those belts tight. It's going to be a wild shootout coming up here at the Rock.
And whatever you do, do not close your eyes. Don't blink. Oh, that's going to hurt.
See, I told you. We got a penalty, John.
Yeah. Causey, too many pit stalls entering pit lane. And that's a rule here. I mean, and that's a very realistic rule. You see that in real life NASCAR also. They don't want you driving down the left side of pit road. You've got 3 pit stalls to get in, 3 pit stalls to get out. If you fail to do that, you will get an EOL. And Joseph Causey has received that EOL. Now, the question is, where's the end of the longest line? I mean, how many people do we have a lap down right now?
Well, let's see. Right now, looking at timing and scoring, he's going to fall back to 11th.
Yeah.
He's going to fall back to 12th, actually, because Causey's going to give up 10. Well, he didn't really lose that much, John. I mean, he came off of the pit lane 10th, so he's going to fall back to 11th, and that's it. Yeah.
So
I mean, that's really not that big of a penalty, but I mean, it's,
It's still a mistake, And I tell you what, I mean, mistakes are just not something you can do right now. And I tell you what, I'm so excited about this restart. Like, I'm just giggly inside, Wesley. Giggly.
You know what I'm giggly inside about? I'm just glad that I'm able to be working good on Discord for once, John.
I will amen to that, man. I tell you what.
Squirrel moment, but I've had the baddest luck with Discord, and I got some new equipment and got me a new computer, and it's been working flawlessly. So I'm very, very happy.
Dingler's quality is dropping. I'm looking at it inside the server. That's no bueno. That's no bueno.
Usually I'm the guy whenever I work with John or someone else, and I'm the monkey in the middle. And guys, production, let's go here. Let's go to TeamSpeak. Let's not use Discord. I hate Discord. So I'm actually happy it's working good tonight. So
restart. Sure. Green flag is out. Rucci, great restart right there. Dingler on the high side. He's got the 83 car cleared. Doesn't seem to be in a hurry to get down there on the bottom, though, Wesley.
Hey, can you say shootout time? 15 to go here at the Rock as the field works their way to Thunder Alley into the third turn. Rucci leads. Here comes Dingler second. Thrower. Butcher Benjamin now got Gaccione and Granot behind him. Well, that goes on. Here comes Berger now making a move to the inside. That goes with 14 to go to 1.
Dingler still in second. Thrower third. Butcher Benjamin fourth. Gaccione fifth. This is a great fight we got back here. Look at this. Brogdon in the 11 car kind of fighting his way back up into the top 10 if he can. Causey, the guy that got that EOL, he's in 10th right there. Didn't lose a whole lot, like you said. But what that does is that gets in your mind, Wesley. Gosh, I made a mistake. I'm so mad at myself right now. So he's got to get that out of his head and try and make up that time that he lost.
Gotta dust yourself off, if you will, John, as you said, and try to come after him again as they work their way off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. And there goes Causey trying to climb back through the field. He's already up 2 positions from that penalty. He's also got Brogdon, man. Brogdon's still in the fight. That the Basco car has now moved back into the top 10. Causey, though, coming hot and heavy.
Turns 09.
He turned Wilson. He helped Wilson correct, and then he collects some more cars. Oh, my goodness. Purcell's on top of the safer wall barrier from the contact.
Wow. What that right there was closure rate. I guarantee you he did not expect to catch the 09. He doesn't realize the damage the 09's got right there. So right about the end of the straightaway, the 09 is going to have no power at all right here. And that was, I guarantee it was not intentional. I really don't think that it was. I just think it was a closure rate.
I don't think that it was intentional to hit him, but I think it was intentional to try to move him out of the way. He was trying to clear by him, obviously. I just think he didn't realize where he was at on the racetrack when he happened. Look at Purcell, by the way. I mentioned being up on top of the safer wall barrier. Look at that great work by Mason Heimbaugh in the production truck for Live Sim Racing to find that. I mean, look at it.
That is so unfortunate, man. Well, that's going to set up a 10-lap, maybe less than 10-lap shootout. And where's Purcell going? He doesn't look very happy.
No anger. Don't flip out, Purcell. Don't want to make that mistake.
You'll be parked, buddy. We're going to take a quick commercial break, folks, and gather ourselves for this last little bit of a shootout. Please stay tuned. You do not want to miss this. John Mushton, Wesley Outland, and Mason Heimbaugh down in the trailer. We shall be right back.
There are moments that surprise and delight the mind and the senses. Introducing Sound Art, the world's first truly customizable, concealed, flat panel art speaker system. A revolutionary combination of incredible sound delivered from your most meaningful pictures. When art and technology intersect, there is a seamless blend of creativity and function.
Come alive in the streetlight, pulling at the stars in the moonlight. Every time I feel you close.
With Sound Art, anyone can print their own artwork or pick from numerous licensed artwork that we have. The possibilities are limitless. Enjoy beautiful and amazing sound throughout your home. The entire surface of your artwork generates incredibly robust sound. Sound Art is elegantly hidden behind a high-grade, textured canvas wrap, bringing together the best of sound and art. This innovative design allows for a truly invisible, high-fidelity sound experience without bulky speakers. For licensors and other businesses, we are capable of producing thousands of units per day.
We're using the highest quality materials to give you the best product available in the market. Everywhere you look, there's always art. What I like so much about Sound Art, that you could just pair it and play.
Ansia, your art never sounded so good.
I'm back.
9 laps to go. Welcome back to coverage of the L-TAC Cup Racing League, round 13 at Rockingham. And my, oh my, John Mushton, I think you better Katie bar the door, put the women and children to bed. This is going to be a barn burner coming down to the finish here, and I think it's only fitting that we still see these final 4 cars that have pretty much been top contenders all race long. Yeah, they might have had their hiccups along the way. But, man, I still think that anybody within the top 10, John, has got a shot to win this race. Seriously.
I can't find my inhaler. Oh my goodness, I don't know what we're gonna do here. I can't catch my breath, man. This is insane. I mean, we got a shootout. It's gonna be an 8-lap shootout, Wesley, and you're right. Anybody inside this top 10 is capable of winning this race. I mean, we've got some guys back there.
The patience level is in full capacity. It's gone through the roof. The aggressive limiter is up. You're going to see a lot more drivers make bonsai moves and go for more daring passes and try to do things to be at the end than what you would have saw probably about 50 laps ago.
Yes, sir. Hey, Wesley, bring us back to green, brother. One last time.
Lights off on the pace car field, up high of you here at Live Sim Racing's coverage of the L-TAC Cup Series at the Rock. Ready to settle it here. Under 10 laps to go in the Riley Morton Thunder Alley 200. Green flag goes back in the air. Rucci, Thrower, Dingler side by side for a second. The leader pulls away as they work off turn number 2.
Rucci is seeing exactly what he wants to see in his mirror. He wants to see second and third, maybe even fourth, get into a battle here. Oh, but look at this. Dingler clears Hunter Thrower on the outside, making that outside line work, dives down into 3 and 4 right here. That's his sights, Wesley, on Rucci, our leader.
6 laps to go as they cross the start-finish line from the ring flag stand. It's going to be Rucci now, pulling away by almost 2 car lengths. Make it more. There you see Taylor Benjamin under attack. We talked about patience gone. He's now getting bypassed by Thrower, and he throws it in there and sends him a haymaker into 4.
He sends a haymaker in there, taps that bumper, and says, hey, buddy, I'm here. Outside now. Outside, Hunter Thrower goes to, Taylor Benjamin goes on the outside, trying to pass up Hunter Thrower down there on the inside, but Hunter Thrower's having none of that, Wesley.
5 laps to go. Bonsai move. Here comes Butcher Benjamin, bottom of the racetrack. Thrower throws the block up on the outside. Grano watches on. Gaccioni watches on. They come to the line out of turn number 4. 4 laps to go. Battle heated up for third again, going to turn 1.
Third is heating up. Fourth is heating up. And our leader, Dingler and Rucci, they're up there fighting. But look at this right on the back bumper as we look out the back window from Hunter Thor. Great shots right there from Mason Heimbaugh down on our trailer. Look at this. God, they cannot get any closer without making contact right here. If Hunter Thor slips up, he's going to get just destroyed by Butcher Benjamin.
One wrong slip and something might happen here. 3 laps to go with now the driver, Rucci, leading the way. There you see Dingler. There's the battle for third and fourth as Thrower and Butcher Benjamin continue to go at it down the back straightaway. 2.5 remains as they work off turn 3.
Coming out of 3 and 4, Rucci and Dingler across the line. It'll be 2 to go. This time by as we watch this fight right here with Berger and Joseph Causey. This is for 7th and 8th right here. In the meantime, Brogdon putting his nose up in his dive bomb, and we got a wreck. He got turned, and the caution's out. The caution is out. We will have a green-white checkered finish. That is not what Rucci, our leader, wanted to see, Wesley.
Ozzy fighting for position, battling with Burgers. All of a sudden, he hooked up the left rear side of the 88 machine of Causey's car going around. Causey then tagged Brogdon in the 11 Tabasco car. Obviously, he's making hot tamales right now, and the yellow flag is out. Overtime awaits. 10th caution here at the Rock. And by the way, all 10 of these cautions have happened since probably 85, 88, close to 90 laps in the first 100 laps of the race. And since then, it's been very eventful. And here's a recap of what happened again, John.
Yeah, it looks like the 88 went down. He actually got into Berger, and I think what happened here was he checked up, and I don't think the 11 realized how much he was checking up, and he just got in there. As you see right there, Causey's already out of shape, and Brogdon just came along and finished him off. It's not intentional, folks. It's just, that's racing. You got less than 3 laps to go. You are digging for every inch, every position you can get on track. And that is just a case of, the 88 car burned it in there trying to get past somebody and got out of shape, and then the 11 car just polished him off.
And, John, can we just say that Mason Heimbaugh in the production truck, our camera crew, right place, right time. We saw a storm brewing. We knew that it was getting a little antsy for that spot, and perfect work there, being dead on it when all that chaos happened here.
I'll tell you what, Mason has stepped his game up over these last few weeks and has been really impressive with his overlays, with his camera work, seeing things happen on track before even we see it, man. So, yeah, my hat's definitely off to Mason down in the trailer.
Well, we're going to go to overtime here tonight in the Riley Morton Thunder Alley 200. It's only fitting that this race would go into overtime. It's Rockingham. And John, I think there's going to be one more shot to come after him here. What's the over/under? What's the overtime rules in the L-TAC Cup Racing League, my friend?
It's an excellent question.
So this is the first of 3 attempts.
Yes, sir.
So,
and they have to. It's just like NASCAR. They'll take the green flag. If they get all the way back around and take the white flag, the next flag after that ends the race, be it the caution or the checkered. However,
if they take the white flag, John, they're going to race